guys, it's karsynrae back with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going through every single book that I got last year, because I kind of got a lot. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, I have a little quote from this book up here. I got the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I knew that I wanted to get back into reading, so I bought the Shadow and Bone trilogy. The first one is in my mom's room. She's reading it right now. And I annotated this one. It was really good. It got me out of my book slump. It was a fast read. We don't like Mal, but that's just personal things. We don't like the main male character in the book. We just don't like him. He's annoying. But other than that, I read all three, and there's now a Netflix series, as you can see right here, with the annoying little Netflix sticker that was printed on it and not a sticker. But it's fine. Yeah, I read all three. They're all really, really good. And I can't wait for the next season to come out on Netflix, which they just started filming. I'm really excited about that. So the next book is Ninth House by Leah Bardug. I have not read this one yet, but I got it because I really liked Shadow and Bone, which is also by Leah Bardug, or Leah Bardug. I'm like really excited to read this one because I really liked Shadow and Bone, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about it, but I haven't read it yet, but I got it last year. So I got all of the ACOTAR series, so Court of Thorns and Roses, Court of Mist and Fury, Court of Wings and Ruin, Court of Frost and Starlight, and then also the Court of Silver Flames. Have not read any of them yet, but I have all of them for when I do get around to reading them. I actually think I'm gonna read these after I finish Six of Crows, which is the second series in Shadow and Bone. Gonna read these after that, I think, once I finish Six of Crows and A Crooked Kingdom. But I have all of these, the entire series. Haven't read them yet. Oh well. It's by Sarah J. Maas. If you haven't heard of these, then I don't think you own TikTok, because this is all they talk about on Book Talk. Next, I got the Percy Jackson series, and it's they're all connected. Like, they all go together. And the fronts go together too. Like, that's how the fronts all look. They all match up. And it's really cool. I haven't read any of these ones yet, but I have read the first in my brother's series, but that was not last year. So, don't know when I'll get around to reading it. Okay, next we have The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. Haven't read this one yet, but apparently it's really good. It's by V.E. Schwab. It's really pretty. Really pretty, but I haven't read this one yet. Okay, so we got To Kill a Kingdom. If you watched my What I Got for Christmas video, you saw this in there because I got this for Christmas. I have not read this one yet because I just got it, and I'm in the middle of 5 books right now. Next is The Love Hypothesis. I want to read this so bad, but I told myself that I would not read anything else until I finish one of the things that I've read, or that I'm currently reading. So I can't read this one yet. But this is probably the first thing I'm gonna read once I've completed something on my currently reading. November 9th, I didn't get, but I stole this from Kaylee to read. Have not read it yet. Finally, something I've read. Okay, so Ugly Love. It's so sad, but it's so good. I rate this 5 stars immediately. This is so good. Every book Colleen Hoover writes is just immaculate. I highly recommend Ugly Love. So good. Makes you cry. Once you understand the cover, you're done for it. So this was the second book series I got. It's the Grave Mercy series. I have not read any of these. So it's Grave Mercy, Dark Triumph, and then Mortal Heart. It's by Robin Lefevers. Sorry if I say that wrong. Next, I recently got this from Books A Million. It's The Unhoneymooners. It's Enemies to Lovers romance by Christina Lauren. Have not read it yet. Got this for Christmas, Daughter of the Pirate King and Daughter of the Siren Queen, and I'm really excited to read this because your girl loves pirates. This is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I read it, and everybody on TikTok was saying it was a short read, you'll finish it in a day, it's so good, the twist at the end. It was just really confusing. It just confused me. It was a lot of metaphors and then the twist wasn't really that great. It was well written if you can read metaphors like back to back. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, but I gave this like a 2 or 3, a 2, but it's pretty. I also annotated this one, so you can follow my confusion. Okay, so next one is Throne of Glass. This is also by Sarah J. Maas, which is the person who wrote ACOTAR, and I have not read this one yet, but I just bought like a bunch of like the first of series just to like see which one I would like and which one but I haven't read them yet. So Serpent and Dove, which I also got for Christmas. Thank you, Emily. When I said I bought a bunch of the first of a series, I was being serious. So I got Red Queen by Victoria Avard, Selection by Kier Cass, and Shatter Me by, I'm not even gonna try, by T. Maffey, because I cannot pronounce that first name. I have not read any of those. I'm like putting a book ban on myself, because considering how many books I have that I haven't read, I'm putting a book, like I'm not allowed to go buy books until I read some of the ones I have, because I have quite a few. Okay, next row. So I got the Cruel Prince series by Holly Black. Have not read this yet. Really excited to though, because I hear a lot of good things about it on TikTok. Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and then The Queen of Nothing. Next is the Inheritance Games. I am halfway through this one. It's really good so far. Not as much romance as I would like. It's not a romance book, but there's, I wish it was a little, it had a little something. It has a little something, but not enough something. So I just wish it had a little bit more, but it's still really good right now. And it's the Inheritance Games and then the Hawthorne Legacy. So next is Six of Crows, which is in my bag right now because I'm currently reading that one. It's really, really, really good. It's longer than Shadow and Bone because it's written by the same author, Leah Bardug. This is the second one, A Cryptid Kingdom. Currently a little bit over halfway done with Six of Crows. So once that's done, I'll have to read this. I think we're getting close to the end. This is Their Eyes Are Watching God. I had to get this for my AP Lit class. I had to like highlight a lot in it and annotate it because I don't write in my books. Let me just preface this. I don't write in my books unless it is a lit book. Then I have to annotate it for it to make sense to me because these are written a lot like different than what I usually read. This is really good though. I'll give it like a 4.5 purely because I had to listen to an audiobook to understand it. But once I was listening to the audiobook, it was great to understand. It was fine. This is the last book that I physically got. It's Othello. Had to get this for AP Lit. I didn't even read it. Let's be honest. I didn't read this one. It's a play. And it's Shakespeare. Did not read this. Just watched the movie. Okay, so those are all of the books that I physically got. And then I'm just going to talk about the books that I did not physically get. On my Kindle, I got Off Campus series by L. Kennedy, and I read all of them. That's where like most of my reading went. It was so good. 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. Oh, I also read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I'll give it like a 4 or like a 3.5. I think that's all of the books I read. Yeah, those are all of the books that I got and that I read this year. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to read any of these, they're on my Goodreads. Follow me on Goodreads because I'm on there all the time, just like updating everything I'm reading because I have like 5 books that I'm reading currently. Like, comment, subscribe. That's all. Bye! I might just start reading it. Who knows? I'm just not gonna read anything, but I'm gonna read a lot. So most of this video is just gonna be me trying to get books out of my bookshelf.